Tons of gold crypto investing, and another update here. As you can see, we had a water leak at the hotel, so we had to bring Tiny. We had to bring the old program director to work today, right? Because there was some kind of a leak in the hotel, and they won't go in there if this vicious creature that's just going to chill out there is there. So we had to bring him to work. And what I wanted to talk about real quick is you need to understand the criminal gangsters and the YouTube charlatans, fleece heisters, and shysters. People like this, $10 million per Bitcoin by 2024. Uh, 2 years ago, this guy was saying a few $100,000 by now, and he believes that Bitcoin is going to take over the world's reserve currency and become the world's reserve payment system and currency. That's just not going to happen. Bitcoin could go above 60,000. I'm not saying it can't do that, but Bitcoin is not, and I repeat, you can mark my words, Bitcoin, or as he says it, Bitcoin is not going to take over the world's reserve currency. Bitcoin is not going to become uh, the world's currency reserve. It's just not going to happen. And anyone that's selling you that is selling you a pipe dream. That's not going to happen. It's going to be $10 million per Bitcoin because it's going to take all of the monetary funds that are invested in gold, silver, equities, bonds, stocks, real estate, and all that other stuff, businesses, and they're just magically going to go, you know what? We're going to put it all into Bitcoin. That's not going to happen. He's a criminal gangster. He's made it to the big times with 500,000 subscribers. So he's a YouTube charlatan and he's selling you stuff, right? He's just selling you and selling you and selling you nonsense. And it's just a shame that the crypto sphere is stuck with so many of these charlatans and fleece heisters and shysters. And that's why I tell you the criminal gangsters have infiltrated the Federal Reserve, the United States government, and the world banking system, right? And they manipulate the markets, and then these guys get promoted. And if you wonder how these guys get up to a 500,000 subscribers, it's because the charlatans and the criminal gangsters put them on a pedestal and get their channel out everywhere and heavily promote them to spread their misinformation about what's actually going on. I've stated this since the very beginning. Every other YouTuber on here says one crypto or another is going to take over the world's banking system, and only old Vincenzo has told you we are going to a cashless society. That is true. But old Vincenzo is industry exclusive, industry first, and industry only. That tells you it's going to be a central bank digital currency. And in the United States, it's going to be the Fed dollar coin. It's going to have nothing to do with Bitcoin. It's going to have nothing to do with XRP, XLM, or any of these other things when they go to a cashless society. All these coins, or some of these coins, like XRP and XLM, they'll have a use case uh, with their technology, but they're not going to be backed as the digital. They're not going to be what the digital dollar is backed by. They're not going to take over the world's reserve currency. It's a fallacy. It's a farce, and it's insulting to an average person's intelligence to even state that's going to happen. It's just not going to happen. The United States Federal Reserve will, within the next 24 to 30 months, will roll out and unveil and start to transition into the digital dollar. But it's not going to be a Bitcoin dollar. It's just going to be a Fed dollar coin. It's going to be essentially the dollar, just not in physical circulation, and it's just going to be on in a digital wallet. It's not going to be backed by Bitcoin. It's not going to be backed or run by XRP. It's just not going to happen. They're using the blockchain technology in order to implement their digital dollar. But it's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a digital dollar. And you guys really need to educate yourself on what's actually taking place around the world as places like China and around the world are already starting to unveil their digital currency, which is just their digital currency they have now in their currency they have now in digital form. It's not backed by Bitcoin. It's not backed by a crypto. It's just simply taking their currency and putting it digital. That's it. That's why I call it the Fed dollar coin, right? And that's the truth in the matter of what's going on. And I'm going to have to start a series on this because people just don't understand with all the misinformation out there. I mean, just look at it right now. If you use Zelle, QuickPay, and somebody else has Zelle QuickPay, you can literally transfer whatever amount of money you want to that person and it gets into their Zelle instantly. The same as crypto, right? This misinformation that it takes 3 days to transfer money, it's not true. That's just if you're going from, say, a Chase Bank to a Bank of America, and none of them have a interface that allows them like Zelle. If Chase has Zelle and Bank of America, who's a criminal gangster that owns both of these, has Zelle, you can transfer funds, whatever you want, from this bank to that bank, and it's instantaneously. You get it right away, right? There's a lot of misinformation, a lot of fear tactics, and a lot of selling that goes on in the crypto sphere. And that's why old Vincenzo's here to break it all down for you and to shoot you straight from the hip and the sidestep and the side swipe all this nonsense from these YouTube charlatans and the criminal gangster henchmen. And I'll continue to say that this whole United States and this world is run by an elite group of criminal gangsters that manipulate and push and herd society in the direction that they want, right? And that is what's going on. And we'll continue to expose these charlatans uh, that I've been exposing and their horrible calls. And you'll see by 2025, old Vincenzo will still be here, God forbidding, if I'm alive walking this earth. And Bitcoin will not be $10 million. Could it be $100,000 by then? That's possible. 10 million, not a chance, right? I don't even think 100,000, but it could get there. I've seen stranger things happen. But with all this cataclysmic and liquidations of major lending firms and theft and all kinds of things that happen, money's not, when the housing market busts, money is destroyed. When stocks collapse and people get liquidated, that money is destroyed, right? It's gone. It's not coming back into those industries, right? So we'll get more into that later, but you can see here we had a nice little pump this morning. And if we zoom into the 5 minute, you can see we came off of lower support again, and then we had a little rounding bottom, and now we're above that critical underneath support, and Bitcoin needs to stay above this 23,000, just like every time Bitcoin does this. Everyone, last time you're going to have a chance to buy Bitcoin at 22,000. And I mean, I've heard this the whole way. If we go all the way back here, all the way, come here, buddy, come here, all the way back here, when it came down here, last time you're going to have a chance to buy Bitcoin at 40,000. Then when it got here and dropped to here, last time you're going to have a chance to buy at 44,000. Then when it got here, last time to buy at 60,000. Last time to buy at 52,000. Last time to buy at 37,000. Last time to buy at 44,000. Last time to buy at 32,000. Last time to buy at 25,000. Last time to buy at 16,000. Then it does a little bit of a pump. And here, every time it pumps, last time to buy it at 21,000, then it goes down, then it goes back up. Last time to buy it at 22,000, then it goes down, then it goes back up. Last time to buy it at 23,000, then it goes up. Last time to buy it at 22,000, right? I hear this over and over and over, and these guys are just charlatans. And all these guys that you're going to listen to their crypto that have been calling the bottom the whole way, go look at any of them. They said the bottom was there. The bottom was there. The bottom was there. The bottom was there. And we're not in a bear market. We're not in a bear market. We're not in a bear market. Oh, we've just entered a bear market. They call a bottom. I guarantee you when it drops down like this and has a nice bounce back, they'll say the bottom is in again. Every time it has a little drop, they say the bottom is in. They have not a clue. They didn't see any of this coming. All of these charlatans back in here, back in 2019, 2020, 2021, said by 2022, Bitcoin would be up into here. The stock to flow ratio says Bitcoin should be up here, not up there, not that high yet. It says Bitcoin should be somewhere consolidating in a range like this. Bitcoin should have did this. It never should have did any of that. Bitcoin with some little rallies or consolidation, but Bitcoin should have spiked up well over 120, 130,000 and should now be consolidating like this to make its next leg up. That's what they all told you. If you scroll back into the time machine, when Bitcoin was down here, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, they said by 2022, Bitcoin should be well north of 100,000, somewhere in 150, 160, 120, and consolidating maybe back to 90 or 80 before it made its next move to the upside. It's not there. Bitcoin, only Vincenzo, industry first and exclusive, called the bear market, multi-year crypto winner that started as soon as it broke that rising wedge in early 2021 and called this whole thing as a bear market rally. When it started to rally here, we gave the warning that this could rally out of here and that this was going to be one big bear market rally, right? So now you know what Vincenzo thinks. We're going to get more into this and we're going to keep hammering this down to help you sidestop the criminal gangsters, the market manipulators, and the YouTube charlatans that just look to fleece, heist, and shist my beautiful audience and the crypto universe out of their hard earned money. And I'm going to start telling you the five, I don't even have 5 coins, but the few select coins that you should be accumulating as we start to work and deeper into the bear market and coins that I believe will be out there into the future and be will be something that actually has as somewhat of a use case and or a utility that I think will be used. And I'll give you my top performing 2023 crypto coins, and it won't be BitBoy's top 25 or top 5 cryptos that one out of his 5 went bankrupt, right? And the other two are down 75% because that guy is just a charlatan. More than likely, I have no proof to base that on, but lots of things that I see from him I don't like. He's built a great business. Congratulations to him. But I think he's nothing more than a YouTube or a crypto show that he's using his fame and promoting to try to get rich, right? So I'll continue to update you. We'll get more into this. Peace and love. Peace and love.